What's up, guys? This is your man Chef from Off the Dome, back here for another video. Today's a quick one, but one that I find pretty interesting. We're going to do who did it better. We're going to do the reign of Mark Henry versus the reign of Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston, WWE Champion. Mark Henry, World Heavyweight Champion, ECW Champion. Mark Henry started off with Hall of Pain in early to mid 2011. After a losing streak throughout 2009 to 2010, he's kind of taken as a joke. Getting beat by the likes of Cody Rhodes, Teddy DiBiase, Santino. He's getting beat up by dudes that are literally 3 times less than his size. So he's humiliated, getting beat down. But at the time, he was a lot of big jobbers. And that's what WWE has become, a bunch of big jobbers. Like, I think they've always been that way, but at least when Hulk Hogan and them defeated him, Hulk Hogan was 6'6", 6'7". When he was defeating these big jobber type dudes, at least he was tall and muscular. It doesn't make sense to have big jobbers nowadays because why? I mean, everybody else is like 5'11". Like, yeah, Baron Corbin losing. You have Braun Strowman losing. You have Great Khali who went on a losing streak. You have Mark Henry losing. Vladimir Kozlov losing. Santino beat him in the feud. That made no sense to me. Either way, Mark Henry finally mad and had pent up anger for all that. He started his Hall of Pain attacking Rey Mysterio, attacking some jobbers, attacking Randy Orton, which got Randy Orton's attention. He had a title match. He beat him at Vengeance in 2011. Went on the reign until I believe Daniel Bryan did a fake cash-in. Then it wasn't a real cash-in. That I forgot exactly, but I think Big Show took the scrap off of him. And then, yeah, Big Show took the scrap off him. Then they fought for it again. Daniel Bryan won inside the steel cage match and kept it to WrestleMania. Kofi Kingston, needless to say, same connection. Daniel Bryan is the link between both of them. That's why I chose these two guys. You have Kofi Kingston, who, unlike Mark Henry, they didn't plan for this. Mark Henry was kind of planned. Because in 2011, they planned to do this push for him, and he was a veteran in the game. Kofi is a veteran as well, but Kofi really hasn't had a hard time like Mark Henry has. I mean, even though the New Day, sometimes annoying and very flamboyant, these guys are 5-time tag team champions. He was getting main event pushes. They hosted WrestleMania. He's in every single Money in the Bank ladder match since I can remember. Kofi still gets upper mid-card treatment at times. So he didn't have it bad like Mark Henry, but nevertheless, when put inside that Elimination Chamber match, he lost, but he had a whole crowd behind him. He eliminated everyone. It started on SmackDown. He organically got over when he qualified. Then he did the handicap matches, I believe. Got him more over with the fans. He had to start a story. Then by the time WrestleMania came around, he had been messed with so much by Vince McMahon and Triple H and other people trying to stop him from achieving his dream. In WrestleMania, he finally defeated Daniel Bryan and got his big moment. Now from there, the hype all went down. Unlike Mark Henry, even though he had bad feuds with the Big Show, nobody really wanted to see that match. He still was an interesting character when he was champion. Kofi Kingston, when he became champion, it's like people realized the flaws with Kofi. You started to realize the dude really had nothing interesting about him. And he's basically the central mid-carder who now you see why he was the United States Intercontinental Champion. You see why he never got pushed all the way to the moon like I thought he should have in 2010 when he had a feud with Randy Orton and John Cena at the Royal Rumble. Because he's not a good promo dude. He isn't aesthetically the biggest guy, but that doesn't matter because 2010s, WWE. Then you have the fact that, the New Day, what is his character nowadays? And of course you have, he flip-flaps and does all that, but other than his tricks he does in the ring, what else is there for you to see from Kofi? And the answer is nothing. So you got, basically, March, he just lost the title in October. You got pretty much 7 months of a mediocre title reign. This was the equivalent to, but none of the WWE Championship reigns have been good since it went to SmackDown. Let's be honest. I mean, AJ Styles one was decent. Dan Bryan one is up and down. Jinder Mahal was Kofi is Bray Wyatt wasn't that spectacular. And Randy Orton's was pretty boring. So we really haven't had that many exciting ones. So Kofi, out of all those guys, I don't know. I can't say his reign is better than Jinder Mahal, because at least Jinder Mahal had that go-away heat, and he had the same feud with Randy Orton like Kofi. You know what? I don't know. I can't decide who's the worst one. I really don't know who's the worst one. Randy Orton was pretty boring, though. I mean, it's kind of hard to choose who's the worst. John Cena's reign didn't last long. Wow. I really can't decide who had the worst reign as WWE champion in the last 2 years. All I know is none of them stuck out except for AJ's. And that's probably because of the length of his, because his feud would not more than do him any favors. But overall, when you look at Kofi and when you look at Mark Henry, you also have to give Mark Henry the W in this round, because you realize at least he had an actual legit gripe with the company. He showed dominance. He had a look. And Rock was a decent promo. And plus, his feud didn't go pretty bad until him and Big Show kept repeating the same thing. So his feuds were better, the promos were better, the look was better, and the whole storyline was better. Kofi Kingston's storyline was good in the beginning for the chase of the title. But once he got the title, he did nothing with it. And now we are remember Kofi as the first Black WWE champion. And for what? Because he's not going to get apparently he's not going to get a rematch. Because apparently him, Brock Lesnar, and Cain Velasquez is just going to steal the show. So apparently there's no rematch clause, which is weird. That's kind of messed up. 2, he's never going to get back to that main event status of the singles wise, of course. He'll always be the tag team main eventer. The singles wise, no. So it's null and void because at least Mark Henry, after he lost the title, he was in the main event scene for 200 years before he started slowly backing away from TV. So he had something about him that people wanted to see. With Kofi, it's kind of one-stop shop. It was the luck of him and what's his name? Mustafa Ali getting injured. If it wasn't for that, he wouldn't even be in this spot. This storyline wouldn't exist. So let me know what you think of the storyline. Let me know what you think about their 2 respective title runs. Who did it better in your opinion? I'm going with Mark. You let me know who did it better. Peace out.